case of Super Jumbos for Tom. Just making sure Tom's in here before I get started. This open. Six shoe boxes out of here. We do have a half case that's Super Jumbo up, so Tom wanted to give everybody a preview of what they could possibly get. I put the container so I can put the cards in one second. We'll grab the bin to put all the cards in. Still got my man Cal Ripken Jr. here. Project 2020. Ben Baller the card. He's still the good luck charm. Even if we're not doing a team break, give him a rub on all 6 of the boxes. Put him to the side, and let's get rolling here in the first one. Good luck, Tom. Hopefully there's some nasty autos in here. There's going to be a football breakup. I am actually going to post. I didn't want to type bets, but I'm going to post what essentially are bets. I'm going to do a couple different things for break credit that can only be used. The break credit will only be allowed to be used in football breaks in the future, or even the football break that's posting a little bit before the Super Bowl. Since there's going to be Super Bowl related bets. It's going to be stuff like guess the score, who's going to have the most receiving yards, stuff like that, with a guess of the receiving yards, and whoever's closest is going to win. Let's get rolling here in the first pack. I'm assuming you don't want me to go through all the paper, Tom. Let's say. Oh. Why is some of it turned one way and some of it's not? That was weird. Alright, we're going to have Cade Horton and Passiola, Vasquez, Rincones, McFarlane, Bolt, Cesar Hernandez, Dalton Rushing, Mejia, Cole Young, Acuna, Jimmy Crooks III, DeJesus, Motts, Barkhalter, Harry Ford, Williams, Curtis Mead, Kumar Rocker, Jordan Beck, Angel Martinez, Juan Ben Cho, and Curtis Mead. First bottom of the pack. How's everybody doing today? As I say, I'm assuming most of the chat probably has the Eagles over the Chiefs. Well, I don't have any jumbos, I was going to say. And I don't have any extra super jumbos right now either. Why are these split in half? I have to order more. The jumbos I can't find anywhere. Even on DealerNet, I can't find any jumbos that aren't like super outrageous in price. There's too many people doing like 100 box cases. There's too many people doing like 5 and 6 box cases or breaks at a time where it's like impossible to find any. We got Tamar Johnson, Alex Freeland, Huggins, Jacob Marcy, Jackson Cox, Henry Davis, William Kepner, Guzman, Vaquero, Cade Horton, Rojas, Keegan. Like, for instance, Tom ordered this case for himself from we have Dan Urkuva. Threw me from a distributor. Campbell, Blaze Jordan, Kumar Rocker, Jackson Holiday on the mood ring, Trey Lipscomb, Kevin Alcantar, Ryan Reckley, Eddie's Leonard, and we got a Sal Stewart. Hey, look, you can't get one in real breaks, but you can get one here. Let's see, we get a 68 out of 150 on the Blue Wave. On the Sal Stewart. Are the mood rings still selling well? Because I feel like opening day we were just ripping one, like 2 a case, and then I feel like they slowed down some. But Mauricio, normally the way it works is it's about $50 over what it is. Normally it's about $50 over what I charge in this whenever I'm gonna have the store open, which is normally gonna be a little bit below blowout. So it's normally like $30 above what blowout and Steel City's prices are for stuff. We have Jacob M. At least for Bowman, because unless you don't want your like first refractors top loaded and stuff and you want to go like minimal supplies, I can pretty much just open it on camera if you want me to. We got Jacob M. and Eric Brown Jr., Cade Wallace, Mercedes, Walker, Morabel, Montgomery, Jackson Holiday, Melendez, Bennett, Alvarez, Dustin Harris, Meadroth, Volpe, Eric Brown Jr., Wilman Diaz, Jace Jung, Zavala. We're going to have Anthony Gutierrez, Artiga, Robert Hassel, Noor, and Lamar King Jr. Gutierrez afterwards. Tom, did you leave and come back and miss the autograph? You missed my joke, too, which only you and, I think, Matt Hove would have got, because I think you guys were the only 2 in the break. I don't know why these are flipping over in the middle, but it's annoying. We got Pete Hansen on the 168 out of 199 on the teal paper. For whatever reason, my app just said you were watching, so that normally means somebody left the app, like sent a text message and came back in. That's what I was asking. I didn't know if you've seen the Sal Stewart or not. We have Parada, Dylan Lesko, Di Chiara, Polino, Drew Gilbert, Christian Hernandez, Gavin Cross, Valera, Prieto, Valerio, Judd Fabian, Milbrand, Robbie Snelling, De Los Santos, Gabriel Hughes, Carson Williams. Ooh, we got Logan Tanner on the speckle. Noel, Luciano, Drew Baker, Ryan Cermak, and behind Ryan Cermak we have Jared Poland. 168 out of 199 on the teal lava. Yeah, he was. I was going to say, that's why I said something about it. You actually had, I mean, that draw you had was actually pretty nasty. Because I think you had Elijah Green, too, if I'm not mistaken. You either had Elijah Green or Tamar Johnson. Like, the randomizer treated you well, the break itself did not. We had Melton and Jace Jung. Sal Stewart was part of that, and Sal Stewart's also a first-round pick for the Reds. We have Hernandez, Brenner Cox, Cannon, Owen Murphy, Cho, Jordan Beck, Ryan Reckley, Lipscomb, Robert Hassel, Cermak, Luciano, Jet Williams, Cowser, DeLotter, Arias, Biddison. We're going to have Ellie De La Cruz on the Invicta, Tavar, Jordan Sprinkle, Shane McLean, and Yiddy Capet. We have John Kenzie Noel on the 488 out of 499. Heir apparent Cole Young. Hernandez, Furman. Nate Furman was another guy you had. Vera, Harrington, Matt McLean, Zach Neto. Passiola. Neto's actually getting the invite to spring training. We got Martinez, Leonard, Alcantar, Jerpe, DeAndrade, Tamar Johnson, Bernabel, Lamar King. It's a nice Mikey Ramiro on the green speckle. 59 out of 99. First round pick for the Sox. We have Owen Murphy, Henry Williams, Jonathan Cannon, Harry Ford, and behind Harry Ford is going to be David McCabe. For the Braves, I think he's a later round pick. I think he's one of the 6th rounders. It's autographs only in here. My bad, he's a 4th rounder. The box has definitely had some nice color on top of the mood ring. It's always nice. You have Connor Phillip and Brooks Lee, or Prelip and Brooks Lee, Schultz, Don Con, Chandler Simpson, Verdugo, Elijah Green, Nick York, Landon Sims, Gutierrez, Kobe Mayo, De La Cruz, Clase, Mendez, Manzardo, Gonzalez, Jose Salas, Barrera, Tamar Johnson on Bowman draft night, Jacob Miller, DeAndrade, Melton, and Jerpe. Really curious. Man, I really hope the Eagles don't win. I just don't want the fan base to have another Super Bowl. We 440 out of 499. Mike McGarry's my boy, but fuck the Philadelphia fans. Bunch of assholes. Got the Pirates. Trace Gonzalez. Never know what some of the Pirates guys. They could get cooked in the minor leagues for about 7 years and then come up and be nasty. Jackson Holiday, Anthony Hall, Amador Taylor, Tanner Schwobel, Hubbard, Trey Sweeney, Michael Kennedy, Benny Montgomery, Alan Serta, Ritter, Ben Joyce, Dunhurst, Prelip, Brady House, Reeling, Mesa. Have Jason Dominguez, who's getting the call to spring training this year, 72 out of 199 on the Teal Lava. Some more 55 points here. I think every single J-Dom color card is going to skyrocket if he makes the roster and has any amount of play time in the bigs this year. Even like this card. I mean, I know he's been in a lot of shit, but we have Rafaela, Warming Bernabel, Cole Phillips, Tamar Johnson on the chrome, and we have a Cutter Coffee for the Red Sox. 2nd rounder. Into the last pack of the first box. Campbell and DeLauder, Vasquez, Ramos, Jay Allen, Max Muncy, Mason Wynn, Reggie Crawford, Cabrera, Brannigan, Nazir Mule, Jared McKenzie, Hunter Barco, Messick, Walter Ford, Khalil Watson, Dylan Ray, James Triantos, J.R. Ritchie on the draft, Jacob Melton, Jet Williams, Austin Hendrick, and Colton Cowser. The Mets have a sneaky good team in this with their pick that they have, and I guess the only thing with the Mets is they're like in win now mode, so they might trade some of the guys, which I know can hurt value a little bit. Got Sal Stewart, J.R. Ritchie, Samuel Munoz, Clark Elliott, Martin Mazur, Drew Thorpe, Roberto Campos, Rodriguez, Victor Acosta, Jackson Churio, Balcazar, Oscar Colas, Jordan Lawler, Dylan Beavers, Bargala. Got a Walter Ford on the yellow lava, 73 out of 75. Jonathan Mejia, Luis Angel, Coffee, Chase DeLauder, and we got a Jackson Holiday going to the Orioles. And there we go. Well, not going to the Orioles, but of the Orioles, whatever. Verbiage habit. Oh, let me get the DeLauder actually in a top loader. Holidays in general are so hot right now. Looks like it's well centered. I have to look at the surface, but if that's decent on the surface, it's still a very nice card. Into the second box here. Cade Horton, Passiola, Prieto, Valerio, Fabian, Milbrand, Robbie Snelling, De Los Santos, Gabriel Hughes, Carson Williams, Alvarez, Avira, Harrington, Matt Manning, Zach Neto, Passiola, Eric Hernandez, Brenner Cox, Parada, Trevor Martin, Pedro Pineda, Clark Elliott, and Sal Stewart. You have Emmanuel Rodriguez on the 489 out of 499. Another nice auto, Tom. We have Tamar Johnson, McKenzie, Barco, Messick, Ford, Khalil Watson, Dylan Ray, Triantos, McFarlane, Bolt, Hernandez, Rushing, Mejia, Cole Young, Melendez, Nate Furman, Tamar Johnson on the speckle. One of the Pirates. Drew Thorpe, Capay, Mazur, Robert Moore, and Ivan Melendez. One of the D-backs. Which is Tom's. No, just nice Melendez. His hobby value has skyrocketed. We're going to have Melton, Jace Jung, Joyce, Dunhurst, Prelip, House, Reeling, Mesa, Kobe Mayo, Melendez on the Bowman draft night, Cabrera, Savino, Reggie Crawford, and Job. Oh, yeah, that was the fourth guy, yep. So what happens when people get in other stuff, we got Madroth right there, Volpe, Eric Brown Jr., Diaz, Jace Jung, Zavala, Ritter. So like any groups I'm in, if people get in things, or there's a couple people to get in like a break or whatever, I see it because Facebook just puts it on my timeline. We got Cannon, Owen Murphy, Cho, Beck, Reckley, Lipscomb, Melton, Miller. We have Gavin Cross. This is going to be numbered out of 250, 169 out of 250. And then I always look to see what people got in some of them. He's hit a green. There's a green speckle back here. Rob. Ooh. So you know in the back row. DiChiara, Jason Churio, Lesko, Kasevich, and we got a Caden Wallace. This is a nice one, Tom. I don't know how much you've been following the Royals, but this guy's in the top 5 in their organization. 70 out of 99. I think he was having money issues where he didn't want to sign below slot. So I think that's why he fell into the second round, to be honest, because I know he raked. In college, he batted .298 with a .940 OPS, 16 homers and like 70 RBIs, 60 RBIs. This dude's supposed to be a very, very good player. It's one of the reasons why the Royals, I think, are... Because nobody really talks about them being... I think they're... For the amount of money they are in breaks, I think they're actually the top value team. I think the Orioles have the most depth, but the Orioles are obviously pricey because of Jackson. I think that the Royals have guys that are going to be in the Major League Baseball before anybody else. I have Campbell, Hernandez, Furman, Vera, Harrington, McLean, Zach Neto, Passiola, Hernandez, Lesko, DiChiara, Polino, Gilbert, Hernandez, Gavin Cross, Valera, Caden Wallace, Zach Neto, Bowman draft night, Denzer Guzman, Ben Joyce, Kempner, and Ryan Ritter. Got Owen Murphy on the 50 out of 150 blue. I think he was a first rounder as well. I have Sal Stewart, Daniel Vasquez, Gabriel Rincones, McFarlane, Bolt, Hernandez, Dalton Rushing, Mejia, Cole Young, Vasquez, Ramos, Jay Allen, Max Muncy, Wynn, Reggie Crawford, Ricardo Cabrera, Justin Campbell on the Teal Aqua out of 199. This is something that Kevin might be interested in, even though it's not an autograph. 94 out of 199 on the Chase Campbell. Gabriel Rincones, Prelip, Daniel Vasquez. We have Hayden Dunhurst. I have a blue, and it's the Cubs. Is it Cade Horton? It's Brandon Birdsell. 94 out of 150. Fifth round pick. Let's find out if he was a starter at least. It's a Big 12 pitcher of the year at 11.2 strikeouts per 9. It looks like he was a starter, so there's a chance. Pitchers have been gaining steam when it comes to this stuff, so there's always a chance if you get a pitcher and he has a good arm and everything that he could be very few guys are going to be like Andrew Painter, but even if you get a guy like Frank Mazzucato where he's still selling really well, a pitcher's not the end of the world. The dude looks like he throws in the mid to upper 90s, just... Connor Prelip, Brooks Lee, Logan Tanner, Jason Dominguez, Mikey Ramiro. Got Mayer, Dylan Beavers, Bergala, Brannigan, Mule, Huggins, Marcy, Cox, Davis, Kempner, Denzer Guzman, Vasquez, Rincones. We have Acuna on the Invicta, Willie Vasquez, Baez, Campos, and Jordan Sprinkle. Got a 135 out of 199 paper Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday, Melton, Mason Barnett, Coffey, Juan, Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Doncon, Simpson. Verdugo, Elijah Green, Sims, Nick York, Gutierrez, Alex Freeland, Colson Montgomery. Green Speckle. It's going to be a 40 out of 99. Jay Allen, Zobak. Jose Ramos, Jacob M., and Trevor Martin, 279 out of 499. Jacob M. and Eric Brown Jr., Jacob Miller, Phillips, Rafaela, Nor, Artiga, Drew Baker, Noel, Hendrick, Amador, Schwobel, Hubbard, Trey Sweeney, Kennedy, Benny Montgomery, Serta, Noah Schultz, Barrera, Marcy, Wilman Diaz, Huggins, and Eric Brown Jr. We have Parada, Brenner Cox, Cannon, Owen Murphy, Cho, Beck, Reckley, Lipscomb, Melton, Mercedes, Walker, Morabel, Montgomery, Jackson, Holiday, Melendez, Bennett, Hall. Got Henry Davis, Zavala, Jackson Cox, Jace Jung, and behind him we're going to have a J.R. Ritchie for the Braves. Seem to develop some pretty decent pitchers the last couple of years, so we'll see what they can do with that. Nieto Gold would be nasty. Go. Have Barnett, Amador, Schwobel, Hubbard, Trey Sweeney, Kennedy, Montgomery, Serta, Hendrick, Melton, Barnett, Coffey, Juan, Kevin Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Tanner, Jackson Holiday in a Bowman draft night, Harrington, Salas, Vera, and Trace Gonzalez. Reggie Crawford, Mercedes, Walker, Morabel, Montgomery, another Jackson Holiday base, Melendez, Bennett, Hall, Miller, Phillips, Rafaela, Knorr, Artiga, Drew Baker, Noel, Justin Boyd for the Reds outfield draft pick. True purple. It's going to be a 185 out of 250 second rounder. Definitely chance to be a big part of the Reds. We got Alex McFarland, Brady House, McLean, Barrera, and Jet Williams. You're not getting the nasty color out of the big names, Tom, but you are getting some guys like Melendez. I mean, honestly, you got two nice colors on first rounders in the Wallace and the Stewart. But Melendez, Holiday, now Jet Williams, these are all first rounders. These are all nice. They're nice autographs. And these guys pop off in the minors like some of the other guys. There's a chance that they end up being worth a pretty penny. Go look at some of the base stuff for like Acuna. Even his rookie, once it's graded, especially if he gets a good grade, he grades them. Walter Ford and Cole Young, Veen, Brooks Lee, Ritchie, Munoz, Elliott, Martin, Mazur, Thorpe, Rincones, McFarlane, Bolt, Hernandez, Rushing, Mejia, Cole, Hernandez, Jet Williams on the Invicta, Jason Dominguez, another Jet Williams refractor, Logan Tanner, and Marco Luciano. I wouldn't say I'm the best breaker. There's literally somebody that calls themselves the best breaker. What does it say? I'll stop. I need to stop talking shit. People are snitches. We got Jackson Jobe, 121 out of 199. I am still interested how the app move and real breaks is going to work out for them. So that's a real ballsy business decision. You are the absolute big dog on Facebook. It's not even close. There's nobody even closer. The next closest guy is the place with the Dr. Wax Hub. But to make your own app is so ballsy because I don't think the retention level is going to be as high as they think it is. We got Kumar Rocker, Logan Tanner, Dominguez, Mikey Ramiro, Mayer, McLean, Tavar, Lamp, Freeland, Huggins, Marcy, Cox. I mean, everybody has to know about it if you collect baseball cards. So they've been posting about it for like a month now. Kempner, Guzman, Vasquez, Mason Barnett on the Teal Lava. For the Royals, 184 out of 199. Why are they in the Super Bowl and going to win it? Got Mayer, Chase DeLauder, Mikey Ramiro. That's some nice refractors. And another Caden Wallace. That was a nice little end of the pack. 366 out of 499 on the Caden Wallace. Two refractors of two of the bigger guys with bigger fan base team. Well, DeLauder's on a bigger fan base team, but Chase DeLauder is supposed to be a stud. Oh, Tom, oh, Tom. I have to plead the fifth. I have my own opinions, but I have to plead the fifth. You're going to get me banned from YouTube, man. If I start talking about it. I don't think sports is scripted, though. I mean, it'd be so hard to make all the parts get working. I think that refs just like, shit. Didn't mean to blow over Wallace with that speed of the pack past them. I do think that refs can influence the game, like the dude did with the basketball games where he could switch the outcome a little bit, but I still think the games themselves have to be close. Like, I don't think you can script like a blowout, if that makes sense. Because, look, man, there's just too many guys in the NFL that are not the brightest individuals. I mean, in every sport, but in the NFL, I'll use that because there's 53 guys on the roster. There's just too many guys to script anything in the NFL because somebody would tattle. Like, we have Mazur, Thorpe, Campos, Tamar Johnson on the Invicta, Cole Young refractor, Clase, Mejia, and De La Cruz. No, I don't allow any raffle stuff on the page because that's how you start getting Facebook looking at your stuff. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't push a lot of minis either. I'll probably start pushing them more because you can give somebody a card, but the problem with raffle type stuff is everybody doesn't get something in a spot. It's deemed illegal. But I can give you a couple pages where if it's baseball stuff, where it'll fill. If you go in a big baseball group, it'll fill for sure in there. I mean, if you even tag me, I'll bump it for you a couple times. Or give it watches or whatever else, or try to push it and help it out if you're in the group. We have 49 out of 499 for the Twins. Mikey Ramiro, Schultz, Don Con, Simpson, Verdugo, Elijah Green, Nick York, Landon Sims, Dominguez, Mikey Ramiro, Mayer, Freeland, McLean, Tavar, Joe Lamp, Zach Veen, Kyle Manzardo. on the blue. There's a big baseball group that has like 60K people in it. If it's football, there's a football group. I'm banned from the football group, 55 out of 150. Tom hit a huge Kenny Pickett around Christmas time, and I posted the card with an offer with a price. Because the posting cards, you have to put a price. We have Nate Furman, Manzardo, Hernandez, Mendez, and then we have a Brandon Barrera on the purple. And this dude is a stud, Tom. This guy's like Ricky Tenderman last year, so I would not be upset about this pitcher autograph. 158 out of 250. First rounder, 23rd overall. He was the 15th prospect in baseball, but I'm born in 04, so he's a high schooler, and he got a cannon. I think he throws, upper 90s, I thought. I think this kid almost tickled 100 in high school, and he has like a nasty slider for a lefty. So this guy he's probably in Major League Baseball in the next 2 or 3 years. The back end of the rotation, if not developing into an ace. Just making sure I had the right numbers, because I remember looking into some of the high school pitchers, and I'm like, some of these dudes are just going to be disgusting according to their profiles. Like, if you're left-handed and you can keep your arm motion throwing a changeup and a slider, and you're tickling 100, like, you're going to be a fucking stud. There's no doubt about it. Like, that's stuff that, I mean, you can't teach a guy to throw 100. Damn, Kevin. How are you going to have brisket and not invite anybody over? That's kind of rude. Guys, Kevin Brain out here had cooking brisket, probably moist as hell. Don't want to share with nobody. What a guy. We have Priester and Davis. Hendrick, Melton, Barnett, Coffey, Juan, Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Nate Schultz, Don Con, Simpson, Verdugo, Elijah Green, York, Sims, Gutierrez, Jacob Miller, Tavar, Biddison, McLean, and Roderick Arias. We got Patrick Messick on the 90 out of 99. Chase DeLauder, Melton, Miller, Phillips, Rafaela, Noor, Artiga, Drew Baker, Noel, Amador, Schwobel, Hubbard, Trey Sweeney, Kennedy, Montgomery, Serta. We have Kenya Huggins on the speckle. I think the 49ers, well, they have to start with Trey Lance, because what's his name? So Trey Lance is going to get the start next year. Brock Purdy's out. He has to get Tommy John. He's not going to be back for the season. We have Austin Hendrick, Kevin Alcantara, Noel, Eddie's Leonard, and we got a Steven Zobak. So, I mean, that's pretty much the answer. Trey Lance plays quarterback. I don't know if they try to sign Jimmy G as a backup, but I know he's a free agent, right? So they go with Lance to start, and if he plays well, Brock Purdy gets traded when he comes back, or Purdy just is a backup for his career, which also wouldn't surprise me. I talked about it more than once. Purdy does not have great mechanics. Whether he makes good decisions or not and gets the football where he needs to, his mechanics are poor, and that doesn't bode well for a guy that's coming back from Tommy John surgery. So we have Vera, Montgomery, Cabrera, Lesko, DiChiara, Polino, Gilbert, Hernandez, Gavin Cross, Valera, Caden Wallace, Cannon, Murphy, Cho, Beck. Ryan Reckley, Lipscomb, Melton, Elijah Green on the draft night, Hernandez, Mesa, Bolte, and Reeling. But, I mean, that's what I think happens. If Trey Lance starts at quarterback, they probably start the year off like 8-5 or something like that. I mean, it could start off a lot better. I would say that with that defense, if it plays like it did this year, I mean, Daniel Vasquez, plus you still have CMC. And Christian McCaffrey, 16 out of 250, and he seemed to stay relatively healthy down the stretch. There's just so much. Daniel Vasquez is on a 250 paper. There's just so much talent on that team that they don't really need to have a great quarterback as long as he manages the game properly. We have Jace Jung, Campos, Vasquez, Ramos, Allen, Muncy, Wynn. Reggie Crawford, Furman, Vera, Harrington, McLean, Zach Neto, Passiola, Henderson, Brenner Cox. We have Vaquero on the 125 out of 150. He doesn't. He holds onto the ball. It's just, I mean, his wide receivers are just wide open. That's one of the reasons why he got torn up by the Eagles. I mean, I know he only played right away, but if he had a faster throwing mechanic, he never even tears his UCL. Like, he gets that ball out before Reddick even gets to him. Vaquero's going to be a monster. I don't care if he struggled a little bit last year or not. We have Justin Boyd, Cermak, Dalton Rushing, Kobe Mayo, and we have a Troy Melton out of 71. All right, Tom, I'll be a little bit disappointed for that one with you, I was going to say, because we get a 71, you want to hit a big boy. No, I mean, I think actually it's going to sound crazy. It's a fourth rounder, by the way. That I think that Big Ben coming back from his UCL surgery and looking halfway decent actually gives teams more hope that another quarterback can come back that's younger. So I don't think it automatically puts him in the backup category for his career. I just think that you're gonna have to see him throw. No one's gonna trade for him next year. So regardless, he's gonna be at the very least, if he does come back, a backup, because he's not gonna come back till the back end of the season, unless Trey Lance stinks it up. I mean, for all we know, Trey Lance absolutely sucks, and Purdy comes back healthy, and he gets a de facto chance to come back and play and start because Trey Lance didn't handle his business, which is also a possibility. But I mean, Trey Lance didn't look bad last year when he got to play before he got all his stuff torn up. So I mean, I just don't know that it's going to be a thing where Purdy gets a chance to come back is what I'm trying to say. Is like, I think that Trey Lance was playing more than fine before he got hurt to be successful. And they have stuff invested in Trey Lance. Cleveland doesn't have 3 firsts to trade. Now, what I could see, and this maybe seems a little bit wild, is if Baltimore ends up getting rid of Lamar Jackson, I can see the Ravens trying to go after Purdy if they don't get a quarterback in the draft. Into the 4th box here. Yeah, Melton and King, Sprinkle, Baez, Jacob M, Zobach, Woods, Hanson, Job, Savino, Juan, Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Tanner, Dominguez, Mikey Ramiro, Mayer, Raffaella, Logan Tanner, Luciano, Boyd, and Cermak. I don't think that Atlanta gives as much up for Lamar as they want to, as the Ravens want. I mean, we'll see what happens, but what are the Ravens going to do, though? Draft Mitch Trubisky? Like, I'm confused what the Ravens are going to do at quarterback then. Like, I mean, They have the defense to win right now. You just spent a bunch of money on a linebacker. We got Pete Hansen, 120 out of 199. But the Ravens aren't winning more than 6 games with Huntley. Can promise you that. Whether he got elected to the Pro Bowl or not, he stinks. And the Steelers are only going to be better in the division. The Browns will probably be a little bit better in the division. So what are you doing? You're just taking last place in the division and rebuilding? Elijah Green, Palmquist, Fernandez, Confidant, Sal Stewart, Pineda, Moore, Capay, Noor, Artiga. You're not winning in the NFC North with a rookie quarterback. You're just not. We got Drew Baker, Noel, Hendrick, Melton, Barnett, Cutter Coffee. You got Mason Wynn on the True Blue. 58 out of 150. The defenses are too good to get out of that division with a rookie quarterback. Got Phillips, Burkholter, Jacob Miller, Motts, and we're going to have Jacob M. Mizarowski. Brewers draft pick. I mean, that's my big thing is you're just not going to... As a Steelers fan, Lamar is very, very, very good. Like, I don't think he's a great passing quarterback, but what he brings to the table for an offense is he is... I mean, he's a hell of an athlete. We got Horton, Passiola, Luciano, Jet Williams, Calzer, DeLauder, Arias, Biddison, Polanco, Pallett, Cho, Beck, Reckley, Lipscomb, Melton, Miller, Phillips, Raffaella. We have Bowman, Draft Night, Jackson Holiday, Noor, Henry Williams, Raffaella, and Harry Ford. And I think when you get an athlete like that, you don't just pass up on them like the Ravens are. I don't understand. Like, the guy's a former MVP. I've never seen a team win a trade their an MVP quarterback so bad in my life that's still young. And honestly, not wanting to give him some sort of guaranteed money is kind of jacked up, especially whenever you look at other people in the league are going to be like, well, the Ravens didn't guarantee Lamar money. Like, why do I want to go there? I'm talking about quarterbacks. Like, oh, they don't pay their quarterbacks. They've never paid their quarterbacks other than Joe Flacco. We're going to have Coffee, Herpe, DeAndrade, Tamar Johnson, Bernabel, King Jr., Hassel, Cermak, Harrington, McLean, Neto, Passiola, Hernandez, Cox, Cannon, Murphy, Kumar Rocker on the mood ring. So 2 mood rings in this case. That's nice. Have Drew Baker, Angel Martinez, Artiga. And we got Curtis Mead and Tyler Locklear on the Gold Wave, 36 out of 50. Second round draft pick, just autograph only. I've not seen any Locklears, but I know he's their second round draft pick. I don't even know what position he plays. I only know he's a second round draft pick because he's from this area. I know he's from Baltimore. I can't remember where he grew up. I was trying to see if it showed where he grew up. It just says Baltimore. But Tyler Locklear? I guess we'll put him up for Jet Williams right now. I don't have any other information for you about Locklear, Tom, other than that he went to college in Virginia. I can't remember his VCU or Virginia Tech or the University of Virginia, and then he's from the Baltimore area. I read a news article about him getting drafted. That's the only reason I know. I think it was in the Baltimore Sun saying that one of the local kids got drafted. Yeah, I mean, I was assuming you went to one of the schools down in that Nova area that's big on baseball. That makes sense. We have Jacob M., Eric Brown Jr., Mendez, Manzardo, Gonzalez, Salas, Barriera, Vaquero, Horton, Rojas, Verdugo, Elijah Green, York, Sims, Gutierrez, Freeland, Huggins, Marcy. Got Brooks Lee on the Invicta. We have Noah Schultz, Milbrand, Serta, and Judd Fabian. Got Anthony Hall, 251 out of 499. Brooks Lee, Dunhurst, Prelip, House, Reeling, Mesa, Mayo, De La Cruz, Clase, Sweeney, Kennedy, Montgomery, Serta, Schultz, Doncon, Simpson, Jacob Marcy on the Speckle. Got Chandler Simpson, De Los Santos, Doncon, Snelling, and 42 out of 150 Blue Wave, Nazir Mule. I really like this kid. This is a kid. He's a flamethrower. I wonder on the back of his card it says that he hit 100. Yeah, I was going to say... I know he's a two-way player, but I know he has an absolute cannon for an arm with some nasty breaking pitches. One of the kids, he's later draft pick, but he's a guy that, like, when I read his profile, looking him up, he played in the All-American baseball stuff with Jackson Holiday and them high schooler. Super big arm, and apparently they like the Cubs like the fact that he can hit the ball a little bit, so maybe he'll get to play in the outfield or something if they don't want him to pitch. I know that's kind of the same story Reggie Crawford is. Reggie Crawford's a big, nasty, strong, armed pitcher, but they said he might be moving to the outfield if he hits the ball well enough. We got the Lauder and Campbell, Volpe, Brown Jr., Diaz, Jace Jung, Zavala, Ritter, Joyce, Morabel, Colson Montgomery, Jackson Holiday, Melendez, Bennett, Hall, Amador, Schwobel, Hubbard, Jacob Miller. We have a refractor of Elijah Green, Carson Williams, Verdugo, and Gabriel Hughes. It's Elijah Green refractor. I mean, obviously I don't want the Cubs personally to develop a good pitcher, but I do think Mule's going to be a guy that you hold him for a couple years and kind of see where you're at. You could have yourself an Andrew Painter type situation. Because nobody was talking about Andrew Painter like 2 years ago. When he was in 21 draft, no one was talking about him as a high school kid. And he's now the one pitcher of the year in the minors, and his refractors are selling for $45 raw. So like I said, pitcher lives matter too. So it's not just all about hitters anymore. Dylan Beavers, Snelling, De Los Santos, Hughes, Williams, Alvarez, Harris, Meadroth, Kumar, Rocker. Speaking of pitchers that matter, on the true green. Be a 45 out of 99. Should have came out last year and been a Met, but it is what it is. We got Landon Sims, Dustin Harris, York, Alvarez, and Kenya Huggins. One of the Reds. We have Prelip and Lee, Motts, Burkhalter, Ford, Williams, Mead, Angel Martinez, Leonard, Alcantar, Bolt, Hernandez, Dalton Rushing, Mejia, Cole Young, Hernandez, Furman, Vera, Elijah Green on the Bowman draft night, Sweeney, Triantos, Bryce Hubbard, and Dylan Ray. As I mentioned earlier when we first started this, there is a half case of Bowman Draft Super Jumbos. It's essentially the thing I'm ripping open right now for Tom. That is up. There's also going to be a baseball mixer and a football mixer that is posted later today at 4 and 5 respectively. It's going to be Kyle Manzardo out of 50. Gilbert, Keegan, Kuva, Campbell, Kumar Rocker, Crooks, DeJesus, Cox, Henry Davis, Kempner, Guzman, Vasquez, Rincones. Because there was color, I completely forgot to pull the paper. I was like, why is it so thick still? We have Alex McFarland, Shaylin Polanco. Finally get an action shot of this guy, not just him holding a bat on the true purple. $154 out of 250. You have Benny Montgomery, Valerio Michael Kennedy, Cesar Prieto, and Jack Brannigan. Just the base. This is the third rounder the Pirates had this year. They've done pretty well in getting third round picks. The other guys, not so much. They've had some duds at first overall and whatever else. But in the third round, they're pretty good. I think it's mostly because they can pay above slot because they haven't picked the best guy earlier on. A la the Henry Davis, Marcelo Mayer debacle last year. I mean, I guess they just have a lot of faith in Cruz, that Cruz is the guy, so they didn't want to waste a pick on Mayer, I guess. I'm not really sure. I don't know the strategy 100% behind why they picked the way that they did, but that is what they did. Into the fifth box here. Say, should be interesting. I was like, pitchers and everybody report what next week. We got Cross, Barnett, we got Keegan, Kuva, Campbell, Blaze Jordan, Kumar Rocker, Acuna, Crooks the third, DeJesus, Guzman, Vasquez, Rincones, McFarlane, Bolt, Hernandez, Dalton Rushing, Mejia, Draft Night Parada, Arias, Mayer, DeLauder, and Mickey Ramiro on the refractors. Ooh, nice George Valera. Super underrated guy from Bowman 2022 still in my opinion. 27 out of 99. Crawford, Mendez, Manzardo, Gonzalez, Salas, Barrera, Vaquero, Cade Horton, Rojas, Gutierrez, Freeland, Huggins, Marcy, Jackson, Henry Davis, Kemper, Jordan Lawler on the True Blue. We're going to have a 38 out of 150. Sorry about that. Mom texts me. We have Joe Lamp, Polanco, Tavar, McLean, and Justin Campbell, 117 out of 250. Another one Tom probably can trade. Kevin Britton for this one. So like I said, I can't remember exactly what he's trying to do with Campbell, but he said he's trying to build the rainbow for Campbell. I think his son goes to school with Campbell or went to school with Campbell or played Campbell in high school, something like that. We got Green and Bennett, Alcantar, Jerpe, DeAndrade, Tamar Johnson, Bernabel, King, Hassel, Cermak, Hernandez, Cox, Cannon, Murphy, Cho, Beck, Reckley, Lipscomb, Melendez, Acosta, Polino, Rodriguez, and DiChiara. Brisket or no deal. We have Ramiro, Motts, Burkhalter, Ford, Williams, Meade, Martinez, Eddie's Leonard, Cole, Hernandez, Furman, Vera, Harrington, McLean, Zach Neto, Passiola, Warming, Bernabel on the Speckle. Another guy that's decent in the Rockies organization. I have Colton Cowser, Jason Dominguez, Jet Williams, Drew Gilbert, and Logan Tanner for the Reds, 50 out of 150 on the True Blue. The second rounder. We'll see how he develops as a catcher. He's a guy that played in college, was a little bit older, so it'll probably be up to come back up Stevenson sooner than later, I would assume, if he develops properly. Catchers are always a unique breed when it comes to prospecting. Because, like, Rutschman's going to be nasty as a catcher, but... Ford and Young, Milbrand, Snelling, De Los Santos, Hughes, Williams, Alvarez, Harris, Cross, Valera, Wallace, Mercedes, Walker, Morabel, Colson Montgomery, Jackson Holiday, Melendez, Barrera, Austin Hendrick, Alcantar, John Kenzie, Noel, and Eddie's Leonard. Nice purple in here, hopefully. We got Rocker, Walter Ford, Khalil Watson, Ray, Triantos, Prieto, Valerio. Judd Fabian, Mason Wynn, Reggie Crawford, Cabrera, Lesko, DiChiara, Polino, Drew Gilbert, Christian Hernandez, Anthony Gutierrez on the True Purple. $186 out of 250. Mason Barnett, DeAndrade, Jacob Melton, Cooper Jerpe, and Justin Boyd, 315 out of 499. All to the side. Let's get into pack number 4, the 5th box. Vera, Montgomery, Dunhurst, Prelip, House, Reeling, Mesa, Mayo, De La Cruz, Clase, Serta, Schultz, Doncon, Simpson, Verdugo, Green, York, Landon Sims, Eric Brown Jr. on the Invicta, Brooks Lee on the Refractor, Palmquist, Zach Veen, and Pallet. Hopefully Zach Veen has a bounce-back year. What the hell is up with that sleeve? We haven't seen a lot of Brooks Lee at all, even on the base cards, which is a little strange. Jason Churio on the 127 out of 499. Got Jace Jung, Meadroth, Volpe, Brown Jr., Diaz, Jace Jung, Zavala, Ritter, Joyce, Bennett, Hall, Amador, Schwobel, Hubbard, Sweeney, Kennedy, Montgomery, Munoz, Confidant, J.R. Ritchie, Yokio Fernandez, and Joe Lamp for the Guardians. A lot of people like him as a prospect. I don't really know what they see in him, but I know people talked about him very positively. Let me be honest with you, Tom. I don't really know what people see in his ability, but people seem to like the kid, so I guess everybody has their own opinions about stuff. Priester and Davis. Got Lawler, Beavers, Bergala, Brannigan, Mule, McKenzie, Barco, Messick, Martin, Thorpe, Mazur, Campos, Vasquez, Ramos, Allen, Muncie, Neto, Simone Juan, Bernabel, Cutter Coffee, and Tamar Johnson. And yeah, you are right. I know you mentioned it a little bit ago, but the color in this box, or in this case, has been very good. Has some of the bigger guys, but not as has. You're right. It hasn't had any like, oh my god, that's a huge, like that's a monster guy. But we also hoping that we get something a little bit lower than a gold. We'll see if we do, but this could be a good pack. We got Mickey Ramiro on the purple paper, 32 out of 250. Some broken top loader. Can't be having that. Lotter, Kasevich, Churio, Pintar, Rodriguez, Acosta, Churio, Balcazar, Colas, Tavar, Lamp, Veen, Brooks, Lee, Richie, Munoz, Clark Elliott. Here's a nice Chase the Lotter on the green speckle. Going to be a 2/99. Ryan Acuna, Hassel, Parada, Lamar King, and a Vaquero autograph on the Invicta. It'll be a 67/99. Surprise, I didn't expect to see a Vaquero here for the Nationals. Let's roll into the last box here. Let me the pile I have, and we'll roll into box number 6. It is Bowman 2022, and I can try to get my hands on cases of that. We have Brannigan. I'll look into it tonight, Tom, to see if I can. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get my hands on some of it. We got Melton and Jace Jung, Mendez, Manzardo, Gonzalez, Salas, Barrera, Vaquero, Horton, Rojas, McLean again, Tavar, Lamp, Zach Veen, Lee, Richie, Munoz. We have Kumar Rocker, Khalil Watson, Amador, Walter Ford, and Anthony Hall. Yeah, it's regular 2022 Bowman. I'll see what I can do, Tom. I have Jackson Cox on the 65/99. We got Cole Young, Prelip, House, Reeling, Mesa, Mayo, De La Cruz, Clase, Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Tanner, Dominguez, Ramiro, Mayer, Montgomery, Bryson Motts on the Teal Lava. I have Triantos, Hubbard, Dylan Ray, Tanner Schwabel, and Jacob Marcy. The autograph. We have Prelip and Lee, Walter Ford, Watson, Ray, Triantos, Prieto, Valerio, Judd Fabian, Harrington, McLean, Neto, Pasiola, Hernandez, Cox, Cannon, Murphy, Cho, Tamar Johnson, Bergala, Mercedes, Dylan Beavers, and Caden Wallace. I know for a fact Bowman Chrome, I can get cases of Bowman Chrome Hobby for sure. I have to check on Bowman 2022. I'm pretty sure I can. If not, I'll try to get some on DealerNet. Jackson Holiday, Acuna. Beavers, Bergala, Brannigan, Mule. I don't know why I didn't grab the paper on the other side. What I'm doing, there we go. Jared McKenzie, Barco, Messick, Hernandez. Dalton Rushing. Mejia, Cole Young, Hernandez. We have a leaning tower of cards right there. We got Furman. All right, hold on. Hold on a second. Just take this pile and put it over here. Yeah, Vera. Gold Tamar Johnson. 28 out of 50. Going to Tom. Wish we could have put an auto on it though, but still a nice hit. Mule, Montgomery, Brannigan, Morabel, and we have a Troy Melton on the autograph. Just have 3 more packs left. So we can get a nasty autograph here at the back end. That's the Lotter and Campbell. We have Peyton Pallett, Palmquist, Fernandez, Confidant, Sal Stewart, Pineda, Moore, Capay, Hendrick, Melton, Barnett, Coffey, Juan, Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Cole, Young on the Invicta. It's starting to peel at the top though, unfortunately. Kasevich, Reggie Crawford, Savino, and Mason Wynn. Come on, Tom. You're supposed to get me to sell the half case break and say this is way, way less than what it normally is, which isn't honest at all. I would say it's a little bit above average. The color stars have been, the parallels have been above average. The color and the base autographs have been good star-wise, but the color autographs have not been the most star-studded. Got Victor Acosta on the Reds, 69 out of 199. Sal Stewart, Marco Luciano, Jet Williams, Cowser, DeLotter, Roderick Arias, Biddison, Polanco, Melton, Miller, Phillips, Rafaela, Nor, Artiga, Drew Baker, Noel, Judd Fabian on the True Purple. A 123 out of 250. You got Pintar, Lesko, Jason Churio, Ricardo Cabrera, and Drake Baldwin. I have no clue who this guy is. There's another auto-only guy. And he's a third rounder, 96 overall. I mean, he absolutely, wherever he went to college, he mashed. He's like a 1.016 OPS, so I don't know. He must have played small in a small college. That might be a guy to look out for. I was going to say, just because you didn't get to go to the best school might have been just you didn't get seen, not that you don't have the talent. Because a 1.016 OPS in any college level is pretty disgusting. We got Horton and Passiola, Volpe, Brown Jr., Diaz, Jung, Zavala, Ritter, Joyce, Dunhurst, Artiga, Drew Baker, Noel, Hendrick, Melton, Barnett, Coffey, Simone Juan, Kumar Rocker, Balcazar, Hernandez, Churio, and Trey Sweeney. Yeah, Blake Burkhalter on the 489 out of 499. Braves. We have Tamar Johnson, Milbrand, Snelling, De Los Santos, Hughes. Carson Williams, Alvarez, Harris, Meadroth, Jordan Beck, Reckley, Lipscomb, Melton, Miller, Phillips, Raffaella, Knorr, Jordan Lawler, Valera, Colas, Gavin Cross, and Alex McFarlane, 189 out of 499. That's another. This is a disappointing color, even though it's just a refractor out of 499. Don't have a lot of faith in McFarlane. I just think that with the other young pitchers like Abel and Andrew Painter, unless McFarlane is absolutely just nasty, he's going to have a hard time because they already have Wheeler and some other guys up in the bigs. But if he is nasty, he could get traded to a different team. Because the Phillies are definitely in win now mode. They're not in rebuild mode at all. Have Jacob M., Eric Brown Jr., Kasevich, Jason Churio, Pintar, Rodriguez, Acosta, Churio. About to have a runaway pile here. Runaway pile anyway, god damn it. We have Balcazar, Colas, Lawler, Davis, Kempner, Guzman, Vaquero, Rincones, McLean, Bolt, J.R. Ritchie, Barco, Melendez, McKenzie, and Jackson Holiday refractor. It's a clean refractor too. Melendez top loaded. And into the last top half. Let's pray for a monster. I'm gonna get some decent color out of it on a teal. We have William Kemper for the Giants to start us off, 29 out of 250. Parada, Sprinkle, Baez, Jacob M., Zobak, Wood, Pete Hansen, Job, Savino, Logan Tanner, Dominguez, Mikey, Ramiro, Mayer, Freeland, Huggins, Marcy, Cox, Job, Max Muncy, Pete Hansen, Jake Bennett, and we're going to have a Justin Campbell 108 out of 199. That's going to be another call for the brisket. So Kevin's going to have to hand over some brisket to Tom here. Let's see. That is the case. Let's do a quick recap of the autographs. Obviously, some of the parallels were nasty. Let's do a quick recap of the autos. Let me see if I can pull out some of the major players that were in color too. So a proper recap for anybody that wants to go back and watch the video itself, or just wants to kind of see what was hitting the case, a curiosity. On the non-autograph parallels, we got a Speckle Tamar Johnson, Gavin Cross out of 299, Walter Ford on the Yellow Lava, Jackson Holiday out of 199, Vaquero out of 150, Kumar Rocker on the Mood Ring, and Jackson Holiday, 2 Mood Rings. Kumar Rocker out of 99, Mikey Ramiro out of 250 paper, DeLauder out of 99 Speckle, and Tamar Johnson on the True Gold. Getting into the autos, we're going to have Justin Campbell out of 199 on the Teal Lava. McFarlane out of 499 on the Refractor. Drake Baldwin. Melton on the base. Marcy on the base. Vaquero out of 99 on the Invicta. I was going to say Lamp on the base. Boyd out of 499. Logan Tanner out of 150 on the True Blue. Justin Campbell out of 250 on the True Purple. Brannigan, Huggins, and Jet Williams. First rounder for the Mets on the base. Jacob M on the base autograph. Troy Melton out of 71. Zobak out on the base. Birdsell out of 150. Cutter Coffee base. J.R. Ritchie base. Martin out of 499. And David McCabe on the base. Getting into the back row here, we have Mule, who's the two-way player, 42 out of 250 on the Blue Wave. Tyler Locklear, second-round draft pick, 36 out of 50 on the Gold Wave. Brandon Barrera, who is a high schooler that throws absolute gas out of 250. Ivan Melendez on the base. Jared Poland, 168 out of 199 on the Teal Lava. Caden Wallace ×2 on the 499 Refractor and out of 99 True Green. Top 5 prospect in the Royals organization. Sal Stewart, 68 out of 150. First round pick for the Reds on the Blue Wave. And then Jackson Holiday, the first overall pick, base autograph. And that is the full case personal for Tom. I appreciate you getting in there, Tom. Well, more than getting in there. Just grabbing the whole case. There's a half case of Super Jumbos that is up. Pick your team. There will be a baseball and football mixers that will be posted at 4 and 5 respectively. I appreciate you guys being in the group. I greatly appreciate you, Tom, ripping the case. You guys have a good day. Hopefully you guys enjoy the Super Bowl. Anything we fill up, I will break after the Super Bowl as long as it's filled before midnight. I think the football mixer is pretty good with multi-year. Has some better product in it as well as some bulk with the Mosaic and then the Prism No Huddle. I'll see you guys in a little. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go take my mom to the airport. I know she's about to yell at me right now down the stairs. I'll catch y'all later. Be safe. Hopefully we see each other later tonight after Super Bowl. Oh, also look for, there's gonna be a price list I'm gonna do for football boxes that'll be, everything will be reduced